It's been 18 months since the game has been released, and I would say I've been playing around 10 of those months. But if you're familiar with Endgame, there's literally, and I mean literally, nothing to do. I mean, resin does reset every day, so you can do domains to get more artifacts and level up your characters, but other than that, I finished the entire story and world quests a long time ago. It's got to the point where I just made another account on Asia server, so I actually have something to do, and the story is fun, so I don't mind replaying it. Although the game is still really fun to just grind and to pass some time, there's only so many days, weeks, and maybe even months of doing the same thing for it to become sort of stale. Now, everyone has their own reason for playing the game, even though they ran out of quests and events to do. My reason for staying is really just the combat and the characters, which I now realize that's really the only thing that there is apart from the story. But I've talked about it in other videos on how the combat and just everything is really polished and very pretty. But going back to how there's no content in the game, if you just want to speedrun the story, I would say it'll take you maybe around 1 to 2 months, but if you want to just be normal, then I would say it'll maybe take 3 or more months, which seems pretty quick considering the game's only been out for a year and a half. There's also only so much you can explore. I haven't really 100%ed everything, but I've explored at least 95% of the entire map. Granted, there are still chests that I haven't gotten yet, but I'm not going to spend my entire day looking for those 2 chests I haven't found. But I gotta say, when I do find a chest out of the random, it's so rewarding. Those 2 Primo Gems. The only way I get Primos now is by daily commissions and Welkin, but other than that in events, you get no Primos to pull on banners, which is like the only other fun thing in Endgame. Because when you have a new character to level up, you actually have something to do. I mean, yeah, I guess I could level up my 4-star characters now, but like, do I really want to? Nah. Also, you know how I said I made a new account in Asia servers? I started that account like a week ago and it's already AR30. For perspective, my main account on American servers is AR56 right now. But then again, I kind of no-lifed it because, well, I have sort of no life outside of video games, but that's basically the way I coped from having no quests to do on my main account. Another fun thing is, on this alt account, I'm going to be free to play and not spend a dime. It's kind of to see how many characters I get and if I get lucky with my artifacts, because my main account is cursed for some reason. So if you guys want to watch that, I'll probably stream on YouTube in the future, so make sure you're subbed. Okay, back to the video. Now, there aren't really any quests to do, but fortunately, Hoyoverse actually does release new events pretty frequently. Recently they added this event where you're basically a bartender, and I thought that was really fun because, well, if you didn't know, I used to be a barista in a cafe and kinda got PTSD from that event, but yeah, that was pretty fun. Granted, there are some events that get rerun, but they change it up when it gets re-released to keep it fresh for people who already played it. Now I'm gonna talk about what I do endgame. I said earlier that I made a new account I play on yada yada, but on my main account the only thing I really do now are domains and bosses to level up my characters. I'm also farming for characters that I want later down the line. For example, I'm gonna pull for Ayato when his banner gets released, so I'm basically farming for him now, so when I get him, I can just level him up to 90 instantly, and I already have a leveled up weapon for him to use. But if I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been having the best time with artifact domains recently because I've been farming for Yoa for about a month now, because I haven't gotten anything good, and I'm about to sue the company if they don't give me a good art. Apart from that, there's one more thing you can probably do, which are the character hangouts, which if you haven't done because you're contemplating whether it's really worth, I guess if you really need like 2 wishes, then sure do all of them. But I can't explain how long they took and how sort of boring they were, because you just repeat the same thing like 6 times for each character, and yeah, I did all of them because like I said earlier, I have sort of no life outside of video games, but unless you're scraping the bottom of the barrel for content, then I guess you can do them. Another thing some people do is achievement farm, which is pretty self-explanatory. You essentially just farm for achievements so you can get these name cards for your profile. Some of them require you to get certain daily commissions, so you can't really do those, but for example, Elemental Specialist you can complete in like a couple of hours. But this fishing achievement could go fuck itself for trying to get me to farm 2,000 fish. Well anyways, the struggle for endgame players are real, so if you're just starting the game, make sure you savor this screen, because later down the line, you'll have this and be bored out of your mind. Thanks for watching. I'm probably going to stream on my alt account on YouTube soon, so make sure you're subbed to get the notif when I go live for the first time. Oh, and endgame players, I wish you luck.